Hi there, my name is Dave Keeling. I'm a filmmaker. I was the writer and director on a short film called St. Brigid that we made. We launched last week ahead of the referendum this Friday, and this was a film that was made with no budget whatsoever, and everyone who worked on it voluntarily. And I just wanted to make this video here to thank everyone for their contribution, everyone who was involved and everyone who supported the video. I just wanted to personally thank everybody who helped out. So here goes. The first person I want to thank is Tara Flynn, the incredible Tara Flynn, who provided the voiceover for the film. Tara has become, for myself and for kind of everyone involved in the campaign, a real sort of champion of the cause, and she's been just amazing in her support and in her constant energy and engagement with the campaign for years at this stage. And as I said, she very generously gave up her time to record the voiceover for this film amid a very already hectic schedule. So thank you, Tara, for that. I really appreciate it. In many ways, Tara was kind of she probably doesn't know this, but she was kind of the glue in a lot of ways for this film, in the sense that I think her voiceover really sort of ties the whole film together brilliantly, and she couldn't have done a better job of that. But also, in terms of the kind of project, Tara was one of the first people I got in touch with, because I really wanted her to do the voiceover for it. And when she agreed and when she sent on the voiceover track, it really sort of bolstered me to keep going with the film, and it gave me a bit of a kick up the arse to actually go out there and make it happen. So thank you, Tara, for everything, for the film, and for all your incredible work for the campaign. You're a legend. Thank you, Tara. The next person I want to thank is Sophie Merry, who plays Brigid in the film. I'm sure you'll agree she does a fantastic job. I've worked with Sophie a number of times at this stage. She's super sound, really easy to work with. Great actor, great filmmaker, and she was also really helpful kind of behind the scenes, kind of calling in contacts, kind of making suggestions, and kind of generally being a sort of a sounding board for me throughout the process, and sort of keeping my morale up throughout the production. So thank you, Sophie. You were absolutely exactly what I imagined as Brigid, and did a fantastic job, and it was great working with you as always. Thank you. Tony Cantwell, who plays the King of Leinster in the short. Tony is, as I'm sure you'll know, just an incredibly funny guy. Really was delighted when he agreed to be part of this short. He did an absolutely brilliant job. It was great to have him involved, and yeah, great working with you, Tony. Thank you very much. Mark O'Halloran, who plays Basine, I think that's how you pronounce it, that's how I'm pronouncing it, in the film, the guy whose eyes get bursted by Brigid. Mark was just absolutely delighted to work with Mark. He's obviously a bit of a legend of the Irish film and theatre industry. Far too young to be called a national treasure just yet, but certainly deserving of the prestige that would imply. Just really, again, so generous with his time, really easy to work with, and very willing to stand out in the fairly cold day in a forest with sort of intense sort of eye makeup on, and pretend his eyes were being bursted open. So thank you, Mark. Absolute pleasure working with you. Thank you very, very much. Georgia Bealtaine, who plays the young woman in the scene with Brigid. Georgia was great to work with. Just really enthusiastic, really willing to go for it and to be involved in the film, and kind of really brought an extra sort of dimension to that scene, I think. The rest of the film is quite sort of light-hearted and comedic, and that's the one scene that sort of changes the tone a little bit. And even though it's short, I think Georgia and Sophie indeed really played it really well and got the tone of it right, and really kind of hit the message of the film home with that scene. So thank you, Georgia. Thank you very, very much. To Conor O'Donovan, who helped produce the film. Conor came on board quite last minute in terms of helping sort of get everything together, helping with producing the film. I sort of threw a load of stuff at him because I had been sort of trying to do everything myself, and Conor was just really great to work with, really helpful, really engaged with the project, and never any complaints out of him for all the sort of things I threw at him, and yeah, just completely took the pressure off me in getting the film together, and and just being an extra pair of hands in terms of ringing people and sending emails and driving people and all sorts of stuff. So thank you, Conor, for all your help. John McNally, who plays St. Patrick in the film, with the excellent beard and the excellent leek-eating performance. He did, in fact, take several bites out of that leek, so thank you, John, for that. John was also helped out a lot behind the scenes with production, with sourcing props, just generally being on hand on the shooting days, and helping out with things like with everything. And thanks, John. Aisling Eyre, who was the special effects makeup person on this project. Aisling did the brilliant eye-bursting effects, makeup effects, which unfortunately are only seen very briefly in the film, but really sold that scene very well. And she also did a great job of perma-tanning up our Florida man, and making him look very authentic. So thank you, Aisling. It was great working with you, and let's work together again sometime soon. Guglielmo Sandullo, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Guglielmo was the VFX artist on this short film. He's Italian, as you may guess from his name. He's based in Italy, and was very generous with his time. I know VFX takes a lot of kind of man hours to get done, and really it really kind of added an extra bit to the film, and he was really just very, very helpful. No problems, no complaints, took feedback absolutely perfectly, and put everything through that we needed. And it was great working with you, and hopefully we'll meet when you come to Ireland. Thank you. Theo and Sarah from Sonder Visuals, who provided the drone and piloted and shot all our drone footage for the film. I think it really added a huge amount to the film, production value wise, to have those shots. It really kind of helped, particularly with the sort of introduction shots of Brigid, and also the shot to illustrate the size of the cloak. It really kind of wouldn't have worked any other way. Theo and Sarah were great to work with, really professional, sorted everything out drone wise, and did a great job, so thank you guys. To Ferg and also Luke at Ravensdale Lane Studios, who did the audio mix for the film. The guys came on quite late in the day with not a huge amount of time to get everything ready, but did a fantastic job mixing all the audio together, putting in sound effects, just generally making everything sound the way it should, and adding that extra layer of polish to the film. So it was great to have these guys give up their time to help out and to support the cause. So thank you, Ferg and Luke. Oliver Kelly, who did the colour grade on the film. Some of you may not know what colour grading is. It's basically making sure the film looks as good as it possibly can, and making sure everything sort of fits together really well. Oliver did a great job. There was a lot of different shots and a lot of different locations and lighting styles and everything in this film, so it was no small feat. But Oliver again came on very late in the day and kind of did everything really well, and kind of helped sort of glue the film together again, and make everything look lovely and colourful and beautiful. So thank you, Oliver. To my wife, Fiona Carey, who helped with the costumes for the film, and helped me kind of figure out what to put everyone in, and sourcing all the costumes, and just for generally being an incredible support throughout the production and all the work that went into it, and keeping me going. And thank you so much. Love you. To Sally at West One Music, who sorted out all the music licensing and provided the music for the film. Really generous and really helpful and great to work with, so thank you, Sally. To Shane Hogan of Area Man Productions, who helped out in various ways behind the scenes with production, providing gear and just generally helping get the film off the ground and get everything done, and just generally being a great supporter and very enthusiastic in support of the project. So thank you, Shane. To Ian and Stephen from the Eskies, who played our mariners in the film. I've worked with the guys loads of times, and they're great fun to work with, and great supporters of the campaign and of the project, and thank you to Stephen and Ian. To Alison Spittle, who plays our poultry farmer in the film. It's a very short role, but it was great to work with Alison and to have her in the project, and she was just a hell of a lot of fun to work with, and just great. Thanks, Alison. To Eileen Flynn, who plays our traveller in the film. When I was reading what all the things Brigid was patron saint of, I saw that she's patron saint of travellers, and I really kind of wanted to have a member of the travelling community represented in the film, and eventually kind of came across Eileen, who's very active and very outspoken on this campaign and various other kind of social causes, and it was great to have Eileen on board. She's obviously part of a minority group, and is within that minority group is sort of speaking out in as a minority within that group as well, in that a large majority of the travelling community, I think, are voting no. So just her kind of bravery and her activism in that and in a lot of other causes is just really admirable, and I'm really glad to have been able to include her in this video, so thank you, Eileen. To Eddie Murphy, who plays our blacksmith in the film, thank you very much. Thank you for taking the long trip down to the forge to film a fairly short little scene, but it was great working with you, and thank you, Eddie. To Camille Ross, who plays the midwife in the film, thank you very much, Camille, great working with you. To Jack, Kate and Yaco, who play our family in the film, thank you very much. It's great having you on board. Thank you. Thanks, Jack, you're a legend. John Doran and David Fennelly, who played our two fugitives in the film, thank you very much. It was just great working with you, and a lot of fun making you run through the forest, and hopefully you kind of survived it without injury. So thank you, John and David. To Zeff Lawless, who plays our Florida man, thank you very much, Zeff, and thank you for your collection of Hawaiian shirts, which we availed of in the film. And yeah, great working with you again, Zeff. Thanks, Mil. To Zenia Keeling, who plays the baby in the film and is also my daughter, thank you very much. I love you. To Conor Ryan and Dermot Marrey, who operated the cameras for a few of our shooting days. It was really helpful having you there, so I'm not trying to do everything myself, and did a great job, and thank you very much. To Hugh O'Conor, who is an actor and filmmaker who unfortunately wasn't able to be in the film, but very helpfully provided us with shots of Florida to use for our Florida scene. Was serendipitously in Florida while we were filming, so thank you, Hugh, for providing those, and thanks for all your help. To Lenka and Brian Mulligan, who provided our chickens and our chicken farm for that shot, thank you very much. To Michael, Calnan and Gunvar Anhoj, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who provided the blacksmith's forge for us. It was great to have an actual real live blacksmith's forge for that shot, and thank you for being so accommodating and helping us out. To Dave Darcy of One Strong Arm for providing the printing press for that shot. Lovely to meet you, Dave, and thanks very much. To Councillor Deirdre Kingston of Dunleary Rathdown, who helped out and helped support this project, and yeah, it was great, thank you, Dee. To Gwen Jeffares, who provided a cloak pin for the King of Leinster, which is maybe a small detail, but definitely helped literally tie his costume together and help to sell him and his regal majesty. Thank you, Gwen. To Eithne Carey, my mother-in-law, who helped out in various ways, providing props and costumes and contacts and all sorts of things. Thank you, Eithne. To Film Network Ireland, which is a group of filmmakers in Ireland, unsurprisingly. It's a great community, and helped out in a lot of ways, kind of providing crew and suggestions and all sorts of things during the production of this and various other films I've worked on. A great group of people, and thank you to the guys who run Film Network Ireland and to everyone in the community. Thank you. Thank you to Mazer and the HunReal Issues for the Repeal Heart logo that you see at the end of the film, which they provided for free to anyone to use in the campaign, so thank you for that. To anyone and everyone who helped out with this film in any small way, even if it was just kind of volunteering to help out, I'm sorry if we couldn't use everyone, but I really appreciate everyone's kind offers, and to everyone helping out with the campaign in general, to Together for Yes, and everyone who's shared and liked the video, and just everyone out there who's helped in any small way with this film or with the campaign in general. Thank you very, very much. We really appreciate all the support that this film has received, and we hope it's entertained you, and we hope it's kept up your spirits a bit in this final week before the referendum. Thanks everyone. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone or forgotten anyone. But thank you if you were in any way involved in this film. I really, really appreciate all the work and support that went into it. And yeah, let's vote yes. Let's get this. Let's do this. Let's repeal this 8th Amendment and just make this country a better place. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.